Live from the VIP, heard the nightlife, lost life without me.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We're playing for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And we are underway on Sunday night primetime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Hey!
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Past the 20. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
He'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And Charles, ho-hum, another year, another Super Bowl appearance for this head coach. He already holds the all-time record for most Super Bowl titles, and now here he is trying to bring home yet another.
You know what else he's doing? He's keeping all of us, meaning the media, the broadcasters, at bay, because every year you think, okay, that caps a great career, and he comes back and wins another one. Okay, this one caps a great career. Nope, he goes after another one. Maybe we should tamp the brakes a little bit on whether or not he's going to leave and just appreciate the brilliance that he's bringing to the sidelines and to the Super Bowl itself as he goes out trying to win yet another Super Bowl title.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you've got a guy with wheels, it could be a really nice play because a lot of defenses, when they see empty, they come with pressure.
And without that protection, he took a hit there, went down to the ground. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Mahomes to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Second and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. James Pierce. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ortiz. So they dump off the pass, get the completion, but couldn't get out of the end zone, Parker.
You don't see that very often either, Brandon. A team backed up, trying to complete a pass, but a complete one that's so close to their own end zone that it turns into a safety. That's rare.
And it's a pretty good return here, so we'll get this up to the 29. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Yellow.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter.
Yellow. 15. Hey, 43.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. And things have changed since the last time they had it. The safety led to the touchdown, so now they find themselves behind as they begin with a 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Riley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll drop the throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Yellow. 43. Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and that will keep this a 2-point game. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As Ref can say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready, liking 18.
It's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are once again back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Commanders 14.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes over the middle, and there's a diving catch. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now it's Mahomes again. That one out wide and intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
22-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Commanders.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Riley.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He finds his man, complete. It's Ortiz. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That is incomplete.
Now that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A 26-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. So halftime now here on one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
Will Reichard to kick off.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But there's ever a chance to regroup. It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. That would complete downfield to Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Follow these two. I go on.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bailey. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bailey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Come back! Attack!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Mahomes will do it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss. 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 1-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ballgame. So a goal line set there defensively. They were not about to get any quarter whatsoever.
That is what you call a wall of defenders. What my college coach used to say, create a picket fence. No openings anywhere. He was just trying to find some kind of space. He wasn't going to find any there.
This will be fielded at the 17. Denver's offense now set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 2.
Broncos 18.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bailey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Right back to him on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. LeBlanc trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Throw left side complete. That's Ortiz. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Commanders are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 9. 2:09 to play. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Now here's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass complete, Thomas. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught inside the 5. Here we go. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mahomes to throw it. Mahomes will do it himself. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Point after, right down the middle. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Unlock line.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Denver's offense ready to go again. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, Now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Hey, rip list. Yellow.
Mahomes. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And remember now, field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
Mahomes. And Mahomes will do it himself. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes will throw. He wants it all for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
Yellow. Come back. Hero 15.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Biggest plays in Super Bowl history unfolding before our eyes. They need two to tie.
Two-point conversion.
Color. Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. Gets past one man. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ballgame will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. We are in true sudden death here. The next score wins the Super Bowl as they come up here on 2nd down. What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. At this point now, a field goal would win it. They are in range. We'll see how they approach things on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Mahomes going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Up the middle they go. LeBlanc. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And Manning hits it in stride. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit.
Wild little piece.